Hello everyone, I'm Anne from English Valley Cafe. Do you have trouble understanding native speakers when you're watching movies, maybe on TV shows, or maybe on the streets? Today I'm going to share with you 16 American English expressions that we use all the time in our real live daily conversations. So I hope that this will help you to understand native speakers better, but also be able to understand how these expressions are used so you can use them in your conversation. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to English Valley Cafe and tap on that bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. The first expression is as we speak. Say it with me. As we speak. As we speak. As we speak means that at the very moment as we are talking right now. So for example, you will often hear this maybe in a speech or in a presentation. Like today as we speak, millions of people around the world are suffering from mental health. So as we speak. The next expression is don't even go there. Okay, don't even go there. So there are times when you are in a conversation with someone and you don't want them to touch or talk about the sensitive topics or topics that you rather avoid talking or discussing. So you can say, don't even go there. So that means don't even bring up the topic. Let's not talk about it. Don't even go there. The next expression, suck it up. Suck it up. And this means that to bear with or endure something that is difficult or painful. So, for example, if your friend complains, I hate my boss, I hate this job that I have, you might say, hey, suck it up. At least you have a job. Okay, so that means that to bear with it, to be more tolerant with this pain that you have. Think on the bright side, at least you have a job. The next expression, give me a break. Give me a break. Say it with me. Give me a break. Give me a break. Good. Notice here we're reducing that give me and we're saying gimme. Give me a break. And this means that I don't believe it. I don't believe what you're saying. It's like, come on, really? Okay, so for example, maybe my student says to me, I'm too tired to study. I might say, give me a break. Come on, just 5 minutes. That's not too hard, right? Give me a break. Like, I don't believe what you're saying. The next expression is cut it out. Say it with me. Cut it out. Cut it out. And we say this to tell somebody to stop doing something. Usually is something that's irritating or annoying. So maybe, for example, a kid is probably screaming and crying in public, and the parents might say, cut it out. It just means that stop it right now. Okay, so cut it out. A very similar expression to cut it out is knock it off. Knock it off. Okay, so if someone is doing something really annoying, and continuously repeating this action, you might say knock it off. Okay, so maybe there are two people that are arguing and they're just about to start a fight, then somebody can come in and say knock it off. That means be quiet, stop doing whatever you're doing. Okay, so knock it off. The next expression is hit the spot. Hit the spot. And this is used to say that something is really good. So for example, I can describe food, like I can say those gelatos hit the spot. That means that they were really good. They were delicious. Hit the spot. The next expression, I've had it up to here. Okay, this means that you cannot stand something or somebody, and you cannot endure this annoying thing that it needs to stop. Okay, so for example, maybe you work with someone that is very annoying, just very difficult to deal with. and you're like, you know what, I've had it up to here. That means that I cannot take this anymore. I need to do something about it. This action needs to stop. Okay, so I've had it up to here. Next one is I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. So if you don't have an answer to something, maybe because you never experienced it or you just have no idea what the answer is, I wouldn't know. So for example, if someone asks you, what is it like to go 5 days without sleeping? You've never done it before. I wouldn't know. The next expression, I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more. And this is used when we are telling another person that we are content, we're happy, everything is fine, it's awesome. So that means there is nothing else that I could ask for. So I couldn't ask for more. The next expression, now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right, so this means that you want to tell the other person, like, what you're saying is correct, is right. So, for example, let's say you live with a roommate who maybe never does the dishes or who doesn't clean their room. And finally, they realize, hey, that's not right. They need to be doing the dishes and they have to clean the room. So they might say, you know what? I think it's time for me to do the dishes and clean my room. You can say, now you're talking. That means, yeah, that's right. Okay, so now you're talking. The next expression, see if I care. See if I care. Okay, so we might say this to somebody maybe who is doing something to irritate us or maybe purposely doing something to make us angry. And we can respond to them and tell them that, you know what, I don't really care what you do. So you can say, see if I care. All right, the next expression, what else is new? What else is new? Okay, so we can use this expression when we want to tell the other person, hey, what you're telling me, I already know. What is new? Okay, so for example, let's say you're with your friend and you're saying, you know what, Joe is always late. He never comes to our gatherings on time. And you might say, what else is new? That means that everybody knows this. I know this. Okay, what else is new? The next expression, that's more like it. That's more like it. All right, so referring back to our the previous example, Joe's always late to the gatherings, and maybe he noticed that that's not really good, that he should be more punctual. So lately he's been changing his habits and he's been arriving on time. Then as a friend, we can say, that's more like it. Okay, that's more like it. And you might also hear this from like teachers or from parents saying this to their kids or to their students, like, that's more like it. Okay, so maybe the kids are misbehaving, they're acting up, but finally they're well behaved, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and the parents or teachers might say, that's more like it. All right, the next expression, that's what I call something. So we use this expression when we want to emphasize that something is really good. Okay, so for example, let's say you had a really, really tasty pasta dish, and you might say, that's what I call a real pasta dish or a real Italian food. Okay, so that's what I call, and then whatever you're trying to say, that's good. So that's what I call. All right, the next expression is take it from me. Okay, take it from me. So we use this expression to tell the other person, like, what I am saying is correct. I know what I'm talking about. So usually we say this to somebody who asks us for advice or maybe for some kind of recommendations, and we are telling them, and we can say, take it from me. Okay, that means that I've experienced that. I know what I'm talking about. I'm knowledgeable in this subject, so take it from me. All right, the next expression is who could have thought or who would have thought. And we use this when we want to show our surprise or amazement to something that somebody says. So for example, maybe your friend doesn't like sushi, but you know, he or she tells you, oh, over the weekend I went to a sushi restaurant, and you might respond and say, oh, who would have thought? That means that you're kind of surprised to hear this because they usually don't eat sushi. They don't like sushi. So who would have thought? All right, I hope you find this video useful. If you want to learn more phrasal verbs, idioms, slang words that Americans use in real conversation, I do have a playlist on those, and I will leave the link down in the description below and you can check that out. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with friends who are learning English. And I will see you back here next week for a new lesson. Have a good one. Bye.